to the CG cast with Spot the Aussie. Tonight's match featuring CGO game of 8th place versus 9th. 8th of course being 2GZ on the Legion side and Lumberjacks on 9th as the Hellborn side. Might be a bit conflicting with the names tonight because they are wearing the HDTL tag for 2GZ and Lumberjacks are wearing the Salt tag. So I'm not actually sure what the reasoning behind why they have different tags. There seems to be a couple of other teams in the ladder that does that as well, but for whatever reason, if I get the names mixed up, you know now in advance who I'm talking about. We've already got the bands on the way, going to quickly call it the bands as I see them. We've got Valkyrie Band, Wretched Hag, Pyromancer, Behemoth, Jeruziah, Keeper of the Forest, Magnus, and following up on the last band, looks like Two Muffins is going to be picking... ... Alright, I'll just wait for that one to be called. Just having a look at the bands more specifically towards the Keeper band. Now, in all the matches that I've been casting recently in the CGO games, either Keeper gets picked up or he gets banned in the Australian scene at least. Just the same story with Magnus we have here is being banned as well. He's been picked up or he's been banned. Usually first pick up if he's not banned by either team that I've seen compete so far in any level of CG, that's CGI, CGM, or CGO, of course, that we're playing tonight. Last band for the Hellborn side was, of course, Silhouette. So, got a couple of conflicting bands here. You know, there are a couple of heroes out there that I'd still pick up on my first pick. And we've got Andromeda for the Legion side being picked up as the first pick. I'm not sure. I think there might have been a couple of better picks to be picked up, but you know, to each their own. We'll see if that's going to pay off for those guys. And on the Hellborn side, Voodoo Jester and Vindicator. So both teams picking up their supports first off the bat. Leaving, of course, Myrmidon, personally my favourite support hero, left on the board for Legion side to pick up if they choose to go that way. I personally love Myrmidon. If Myrmidon is not banned, and it's not first picked by the opposition's team and I'm second picking, I would automatically pick up Myrmidon straight off the bat. I just think he's an OP hero, even with his recent nerf. The fact that he's got 2 stuns, he gets a bit, I don't know, a bit less inflicting on the game's impact later in the game. That's most supports for you, but the fact that he's just got those 2 early burst damage stuns can really be beneficial in a roaming or even a tri-lane position. We've got the other picks for Legion side tonight. Demented Shaman and Hammerstorm. So we got 3 supports by looks of it, unless Hammerstorm of course is going to be playing more of a semi-carry position. I've seen that many times before, but I personally, when I play Hammerstorm, or I have Hammerstorm in a lineup, I like to have him roaming as well, with a range combination of another stun such as Andromeda as they've already picked up, or even the Myrmidon, or even Witchslayer, just because, you know, that aura of a stun that he's got is just OP at the moment, especially in team fights and especially against the tri-lane. For the Hellborn side, we've got the second pickup as Bloodhunter, and the third pickup by PBSO4 is going to be Amun-Ra. So we might have a bit of a different game on our hands. I haven't actually seen a Bloodhunter played in a while, so I'm looking forward to calling out the players for that one. And Amun-Ra, saw that recently in a 4v4 match, didn't actually pay off. He wasn't jungling in that game specifically. I remember that was a game where Kitty was playing him for the Argentines, so I'll be interested to see if Two Muffins decides to put that in a jungling role or maybe more of a carry role as he's more or less known to play in either of those two. Legion side's 4th pickup is going to be Arachna. Don't see Arachna get played that much, especially in a range carry kind of a situation, because Puppet Master and of course Flip Beastwood being that much known in more of the community and being picked up. In fact, Arachna, if you have a look at the Hon stats, is the 34th most played hero in pubs to date. So he's really fallen off the charts in terms of popularity. While we wait for the 5th and final pick for Legion, just going to be calling out the teams here. For HTL, we got Sasa, Jubjib, DefPN_Zane, BB Quill, and for the Hellborn side, 2 Muffins, 0PBSO4, Gumby, and LOL, who's just decided to pick up Malikan. I know he's a bit of a fierce Malikan player. Out of all the players playing tonight, he's probably the only one who I've got a bit of a history with. I've played with him quite a bit in the pubbing days quite some time ago. And I remember Mali was one of his favourite pickups, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to play that as well with the current lineup that they've got. I'm going to be calling for the Legion side. They're going to have a trial lane of Andromeda, Hammerstorm, and Demented Shaman. And they're going to be leaving Arachna and Plague Rider in their own solo lanes for them to side for themselves. For the Hellborn side, I don't know. Of course, they're going to be running the Blood Hunter as a solo. They'll probably have the Voodoo, Vindicator, and Malikan in a tri-lane with Amun-Ra possibly doing his own thing in a solo. Or maybe they might have dual lanes and have a bit of a laning, kind of a jungling Amun-Ra, so they can be beneficial off the fact that they're able to pick up some more experience and gold by doing their own things respectively. Having a bit of an early look at it now, it does look like Amun-Ra is going to be jungling by himself. Surprisingly, Malikan's just sitting at top. So he's going to have a lot of work cut out for him if he does face up against a tri-lane. Of course, the Legion side, HTL, or 2GZ as they're also known as, will want to shut him down rather early, as it can be quite a handful of a carry to be up against late game. Blood Hunter's just spinning around at mid. Xerox is playing for Blood Hunter, and Voodoo Jester is also mid. So I don't know, they might be doing things a little bit different here. They might put Jester at mid to try and outbalance their opponents. Probably looks like he's going to be Arachna at the moment. Both teams, I should say Legion side, is all waiting for a mid gank by the looks of it. Now this was an old strat where they'd be facing off for the rune, which originally did spawn at the 0 mark, but it doesn't anymore. So I'm not sure what they're all doing on this side of the jungle if they're going to try and get an early kill here. It looks like they are moving across now, but they might actually be seen by Voodoo or Blood Hunter, and it does look like they get pinged, so they're aware of the situation. They're going to back off, no problems there. Meanwhile, Malikan's just going to get a bit of farm for the first minute or two here, while Demented Shaman, Hammerstorm make up their mind what they're going to be doing. There's a really backwards ward here at the mid tower. I haven't seen that before. I don't know what they're trying to do, if they're going to come around the back and just have a bit of a standoff waiting for that whole time. But at bottom lane, we've got Plague Rider up against a Vindicator. So I've completely called these lanes wrong. They're going to be doing things a little bit different here, but it looks like the Hellborn side, Bloodhunter is going to be caught off guard. They decided to go in anyway, even though they were aware of the situation of the Legion side players being there. But Bloodhunter is going to be able to get out of this one, while Voodoo Jester blocks for himself. He's going to get stunned but go down as well. I'm not sure what alerted to that. I think maybe a bit of miscommunication between the lanes of where their opposition was, but bit of a silly one to be caught off like that when you know that you've got two stunners right above your head trying to come down on you. And at the moment it looks like Hammerstorm and Andromeda are just going to roam on towards Vindicator, who's got nowhere to go. Hammer throw by Hammer. He's going to be able to sit him down. Nowhere to go for Vindicator. Gets caught in with the trees. See you later, Alligator. He's down for the dust. 2-0 in favor of the Legion side already, and it doesn't look good for these guys. At top, we've already got some action with Malikan up to level 3 and Demented Shaman on 2. He looks like he might be controlling the lane, seeing as though it's been pushed in favor of him having the creeps down on his side. Voodoo Jester's just getting a bit of a pull and stack going on in the hard camp on the western side. At the moment, mid also goes down, and that burst damage that would have been going off from Hammerstorm and also Andromeda with the stuns and Arachna getting a really easy first 2 minutes here. He's already on 480 GPM as we count down on a 1 kill and 1 assist in the first 2 minutes. So 3-0 in favor of the Legion side already. It's not looking good for the boys at Seoul. Looks like Plague Rider is going to go toe-to-toe here with Vindicator. Vindicator just harassing him, Plague Rider back as far as he possibly can. Plague Rider having the ability with the Extinguish to not only deny a creep, but also harass his way onto Vindicator as much as he wants with his Contagion, as the Extinguisher is just going to replenish his mana pool as he wishes. Vindicator's decided to ward up here. Both teams have a ward up at bottom rune. Double damage has come up, so I'm not sure if they've alerted that's actually going on just yet. Looks like Bloodhunter might get caught off guard here. We've got Hammerstorm and Andromeda just roaming, while a Demented Shaman is just in the top lane by himself at the moment. Got some action in mid, and I've missed it yet again. Bloodhunter's been caught out. He's just a bit out of position, not playing precautious enough, and looks like without even the hammer throw from Hammerstorm, he still has all his mana that Andromeda was able to get his comment off and put Hunter in his place. He's just going to spawn back, and he's having a really difficult time in this middle lane with Arachna already up on level 5. I don't know what Hunter was doing in that situation. He decided to silence the Arachna, which of course gives him an increased base damage proportional to the level. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, while Arachna was trying to face up against Bloodhunter, it looks like the career got caught off on the opposite side without being pulled back. Both sides having the same problem. Fair enough. Meanwhile, the Bloodhunter does have invisibility as he's picked up the rune at top. He's just looking down. I've missed the action at top again. Hammerstorm goes down for the kill, and also Andromeda. So we're at 5 for 1 still, just being boosted up recently, and I've just missed the last 2 kills there. I'm going to have to get on my eye up in the game. Hammerstorm throws out his hammer towards Malikan. Sword throw by Malikan, he's able to get out of there. Just a quick note, I will say that Hammerstorm has done the right thing. He has got the right levels. He's got 2 in Hammer Throw as level 3 and also 1 in stats. And the reason why he's done that is because the stats gives him just a bit more of a bigger mana pool. And his other abilities aren't that actual beneficial just in the first 2 levels, so it's, you know, he's done the right thing, and I usually get stats at level 2 and 4 as well, so we'll see if he decides to do that, or he might even level up his Galvanite at level 4, but I just like to boost up my stats as much as I possibly can for the fact that you get a bit more of a mana pool, a bit more health for that. It might just be a little bit, but sometimes it's enough just to save you in the nick of time. What is Amon-Ra? Amon-Ra has already picked up his life tube. Looks like they're just going to go on him. He's going to get caught out of position as well. Hammerstorm, Comet by Andro. They've changed it up. And of course, Demented Shaman's slow and grip. Legion side playing overly aggressive here, but rightfully so, because it looks like the Hellborn side are just going to continue to get picked off here. Vindicator was going to get offside here by, of course, Plague Rider and Arachna in favor of their sides, but he's able to TP out of that one. Plague Rider already hitting up level 6, so he might want to get his TP on and look for a team fight where he can exploit his ulti, of course, Plague Careers.